How do you win the lottery? That's what everybody wants to know. Hi, and welcome to With the Contest Queen. My name is Carolyn Wellman, and I have been teaching others how to win sweepstakes contests and giveaways for 20 years. I know, right? Where did the time go? And tonight, we're going to talk about Helene Hadsell and how she thought you could win the lottery. Plus, I'm going to be scratching some tickets live and answering your questions to see if I'm a winner right now. So let's start with Helene. Helene was the author of the Name It and Claim It game. And she had a wee section in here on what she thought you could do to win the lottery. Now, she never really played the lottery herself because what most people don't realize is Texas didn't have a state lottery until 1992. And she was contesting and entering sweepstakes from 1957. And she won her fully furnished home in 1965. So by the time the lottery showed up, she'd already won everything she had wanted in life. She didn't really have a need to go start playing the lottery, because it also wasn't part of her realm. Like, she never thought about it because it wasn't part of her reality up until the last decade of her life, or 2 decades in there. So, by the time someone's 60, and if they've already won everything, why do you need the lottery? And plus, most people want to win the lottery because they want to use it for travel and to buy a house and a car, etc. But if you just focus on the end result and the car, you win the car and you win a house and you win the trip, then what do you need the lottery for? Right? There's something for everyone to think of, because that's what Helene really taught, was focus on the end result. And actually, if you follow any good manifestation teacher, that's what they're going to teach you. It's basically the adage: ask, believe, receive. So when you're believing that it's already yours, which is the end result. And that's what Helene did. She just expanded it to explain it a little better with her spec method. But let me read you first what she thought about the lottery. Now, the other thing is, after I read this, when I went to Texas to her home to collect the remnants of her business materials, I found 2 articles she had written about the lottery that I don't recall being published anywhere. I had never seen them before. One was printed on paper, and the paper was damaged. I had to recreate it. And the other one I found on one of the numerous floppy disks that I was able to read. So I took about 100 floppy disks that she had. I was only able to get information off about half of them. So there might be more information out there. I'm still digging. So this is what Helene wrote. How about lotteries? That's a question I'm asked quite frequently. I don't know. I've never had an opportunity to do research. She thought of life as a game, right? So to her, it was playing. Texas now has a state lottery. I do have some thoughts about how I would approach that sweepstakes. I would choose the numbers that had personal significance for me: my birth date, a house number, social security number, and I would stay with the same numbers and keep giving them energy, and keep giving energy to them by seeing myself presented with a hefty amount on a check. It would be difficult to specify a certain amount because I understand the jackpot varies. Each state has different systems, and some use 6 numbers and some use 8. If your state lottery numbers are selected on TV, you certainly have an excellent opportunity to play the mind over matter game and mentally see your numbers being selected. The more positive one becomes, the faster the end results are realized. So even with the lottery, she's saying you got to focus on the end results. So I went and bought a bunch of scratch tickets for tonight, and I want to talk about some different things too. Also, I've heard it is bad luck to scratch lottery tickets with money. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard it. A long time ago, I was given this wee moose with a penny in it as a lottery scratcher from when we went to one of the sweepstakes conventions in New Hampshire. But I've used it so much, the edges of the penny are smooth, are not sharp anymore, and they don't scratch very well. And I'm not a huge lottery person, so I have no idea how it's gotten so worn out over the years. When I had an opportunity, I won one of these scratchers from the lottery corporation where I live, and it's almost like a little car scraper. I don't know if you can see that. It's very flat and pointy. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it squeaks. And then I just have a car wash token that I found in my office drawer. I don't even know if it's good anymore. But again, it's not money, and it's got, a nice edge to it. So let's see. So the first one I got, so we're going to work our way up in dollar amount. And so in between, I'm going to do a few scratchers, and then I'll read something from Helene, and I'll answer questions. And, what are your lottery strategies? Have you ever won the lottery? Oh, and I'm going to talk about winning the lottery too. I have some thoughts on that. So let's start. This is called the Diamond Dazzler. It was a $2 scratcher. I'm supposed to, if I uncover 3 identical symbols in the same game, so there's 8 little games on here, I win the corresponding prize for that game. If I uncover 2 times, I win twice the prize for that game. So let's see. Ooh, oh, that's crazy. She said scratch offs are being discontinued in New York soon. Now that's terrible because it doesn't happen here where I live, but in many states, if you have losing scratchers, you can put them in for second chance drawings. So it's very important. Now, every state's different. Every province is different. You must go to the website of your state's lottery and see what promotions they have and what other sweepstakes they have. In where I live, we have some promotions. Like right now, they're having a Black Friday promotion, which is, if you opt into it on their website, like you set up an account and you sign in, if you spend $20 online on the lottery, they will give you $20 or $10 in lottery cash back that you can use to buy another $10 in tickets. So basically you can get $30 of tickets for the price of 20. So it's like a 50% off sale. And they did the same with the casino. If you spend $100 on their online casino, you get $50 back. And then there's the sports book, which is ProLine. And if you make a certain, I can't remember how much they said. I think it was $50 in bets. You'll get $25 back at the end. So it's kind of fun. So let's see. Oh no, this table's jiggly. I'm going to have to hold it tight. Okay, maybe I'll do it on the arm of the chair so the table doesn't jiggle. One of the things I'm putting out there is I'm going to have a really good creative space. Okay, so the first game is no matches. Okay, the second game is no matches. We're not off to a good start. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I had 2 coins and then I got a little piggy. We have... see, I hate it when they do that. They give you 2 and then you get your hopes up and then bub kiss, as I say. So we have, I'm on game 6, nothing yet. This is okay though. I'd rather win on the last ticket and you'll see why. So if everybody could also just send me winning energy. Okay, so this ticket is a dud. Oh, I should have put the garbage close to me because I'm going to have little scrapings everywhere. So this is a non-winner now, and I can't test it here because I'm using my phone as my webcam, but many of the state lotteries and the provincial lotteries have apps. So if you scratch the sidebar here like this, and you show that little code, I can go onto my app and hold my phone up to it, and it can confirm whether the ticket's a winner, because sometimes some of these tickets are so confusing that if you're not paying attention, you could miss one. And so it's important to double check them. Also, if you don't want to use your cell phone, a lot of times the lottery corporation, like if you go to you can have wherever you buy your tickets, they can check them. Or there's sometimes a scanner off to the side, like where you get the papers if you want to fill out for the cards. That's another tip. Now, after this, so this how to win the lottery video is all about how to win the lottery Helene Hadsell style, while I do some scratchers. However, as I was doing research for this video, I realized a lot of my sweepstakes books have sections on the lottery. So on a future date, or if you're watching this at a future date, go look for the video. I'm going to do one on expert advice on how to win the lottery, and it's going to be a bit about everybody else and their stories from their books. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, Sean says, I haven't won big in the lottery just yet, but it's on my way. I'm expecting it. Very good. I've won at the casinos. The biggest amount so far was 8,900. Recently won 7,000 past October. Nice. Congratulations. Oh, she says, my methods are burning lucky candles. And as I had already addressed, believing, expecting, and knowing I'm worth winning. Yes, you are worth winning. And I don't write off anything. So crystals, lucky candles, lucky oil, mantras, you name it. I think there's more to this universe than we know. And if it's going to help you win the lottery or a prize, you never know. Okay, Rachel was asking how much did I pay for that ticket. So the first ticket was only $2. So I'm going to work my way up. Winning energy. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, people are asking after Ellie posted, why are the New York lottery scratchers being discontinued? I will obviously be doing some research on that after this, and I will probably I'm doing a series of blog posts on Helene's articles because I'm reading them out, but people will want to see them printed. So every day there's going to be a new post with a full article, because if I put them all three in one, it's going to be too confusing. So I've spaced them out. And then I'm going to do some research on the state of the lotteries and see what's going on with that, because a lot of sweepers that I know do very well with the second chance drawings. So if the scratchers are being discontinued, then that's going to be a real disappointment for some of my friends that love to enter the second chance drawings. Oh, my biggest win at the casino was almost $3,000, but lately the ATM is the only thing hitting for me. Laugh out loud. Well, that's kind of funny. My voice is echoing. Oh, this isn't good. Well, that's what Gregory said. Is anybody else getting the echo? Because if it's just him, then it is just him. Oh, that's weird. I've won small amounts when I get a winning feeling. It's a happy feeling. Yes. Helene used to she called it, she has a whole chapter. I don't know if you've read it. She has a whole chapter. I'm not going to read the chapter here, but she has a whole chapter in her book called The Difference Between Desire and Knowing. So you are clearly dropping into knowing for the smaller amounts. And the key is to learn to use that on the bigger amounts. Okay, so that was Helene's first bit. Okay, so now I have a $3 scratcher. Now I saw this at the convenience store, and I thought it's called the Winner Circle. So right away, it's got to be good, right? Top prize is $7. Oh yeah, so the top prize on this one was $35,000, a $2 scratcher. This is a $3 scratcher with a $75,000 top prize. but it looks kind of fun. And it says you can win 2, 3, or 5 times the prize. It looks like there's like, it looks kind of confusing. It reminds me of that game. Do you remember the game? I think it was not Simon Says, but it was something. And you had to follow the pattern. Who remembers that game? And so let's see what we got. So I've been using the, okay, so so I should read what we're supposed to do. Maybe we should read the rules. My number 1 tip, scratch the 20 numbers. For each of your numbers revealed, scratch the same number each time it's found in the circle, pink, yellow, green, and blue, and red number sections. Okay, so if a number appears more than once, I scratch it. If you reveal all the numbers in one row of the colored sections, you win the corresponding prize for the row. Completely revealed rows in the pink, yellow, green, and blue section are made up of 3, 4, or 5 numbers. If you reveal all 4 numbers in the red section, win $75,000. If revealed rows in the blue section, win 2 times the corresponding prize. If it's revealed in the green section, win 3 times the prize. And if the revealed row is in the yellow section, win 5 times the prize. Oh my goodness. This is a bit of a crazy game. Okay, so we have 24. It feels like bingo. Okay, no 24 there. 20. I have 124 in the green. Okay, so let's see. And then, you know what? I'm just going to do it in her book, and I'm going to hold it in the air. Oh, I left her comment up. How did I do that? Hide current comment. Okay. Yeah, the game was called Simon. So this is reminding me of the Simon game. Yeah, I remember that game. That is so fun, right? So, and what's interesting is I'm not a lottery player. I love sweepstakes. And the reason I love sweepstakes is because they're inexpensive. I'm going to have a little, I made a tea. I love my tea. Actually, I've won tea packs before because it's something that I love. There's a tip. If there's something that you really love, enter prizes for those, because then you really, really enjoy it when it arrives. Anyway, I'm not a huge lottery person because you have to spend money on the tickets. And that's why I prefer sweepstakes, because the odds are better and it's free to enter and it's fun, and you can win things that money couldn't even buy. Like, they haven't had them in a while because of the pandemic, but meet and greets were always my favorites. They're kind of coming back, but still not like they used to be. So we have, let me see, I got 29. I have it once. Okay, 35. Okay. 35. It feels like bingo. And you're having to look very carefully. Now, this is a game where you could easily get lost. Why it's extra important to use your app to double check the card to make sure that you didn't miss anything. I have found sometimes when I've been code hunting, I'll find the odd lottery ticket in the recycle bin. And if it doesn't have that section scratched, I will take it. And now, it's been years. I've been pin code hunting, I don't know how long, but twice I have found winning tickets. Now, one was $3 and one was $5. But that's not the point. The point is I found a winning lottery ticket, which is another point that I wanted to bring up, because one of the things people say when they're attempting to manifest a lot of money is, what do you say? You say, I want to win the lottery. Now, if I had scratched that $2 ticket and I had won $2, I would have won the lottery. You have to be specific. Like Helene said in her first section, you need to visualize. Boy, my gosh, this was a crazy game. I don't know if I should have bought this for the live stream. I'm trying to look for numbers. I have this feeling I'm missing some. Okay, 50. I'm 2 off on one line, so I don't know if you guys can see it. I only have a few scratched. And it doesn't seem like all the numbers are there. So I don't know about this game. It's making me a little nervous thinking that I'm missing things. But again, that's why you got to take advantage of the app. That's the nice thing about these things that they didn't have in the past, is the technology has caught up to the point where, you can buy your lottery tickets online. So if the weather's bad outside, you don't even have to miss a week. You can just go and online and buy your tickets. Now you can't get your scratchers online, but you can get your Powerball and your Mega Millions. Okay, let's see. Lester Lustig said, buy 3 to 7 of the same ticket and you'll have a winner when it comes to the scratch off. I found it to be true. Looking for Mega Millions, Powerball, or Georgia and Florida. Okay, so I outlined him a little bit in my 4th blog post that I'm doing about the lottery. I want to talk about his book in the next video because today we're focusing on Helene. However, one of the pieces of advice he gave is get a book of unopened tickets. So the Lottery Corporation will send the various convenience stores packs of tickets, but every state is different. When I go to buy tickets, it's impossible for me to have that option because of how they deliver the tickets to the convenience stores and then how they display them to be picked. So for example, in the United States, I'll sometimes go to a grocery store and they'll have a machine and you can put in your money and it's like it's on a roll and it will just take the next one off the roll. How they come where we live is they're all kind of folded into like a block, and each convenience store gets, I don't know how many in a block, and then they rip them off and display them. So there's no way for you to get them in a strip, like one after another, unless you ask, and most places won't do it. And then the problem is too, if they strip them all and put them in, people might have come in and bought some. So then they'll just rip another one off and put it in the spot. So you don't know if it's the next one in. His advice is good, but the problem is it may have worked for where he lived in Florida, but it doesn't necessarily work everywhere. So Nancy says, I don't think you can get yours online. So, yeah, we can't get our scratchers online, but I can go on to my, the Lottery Corporation's website, and I can either buy tickets, like I can deposit money into an account and I can just buy tickets, or I can subscribe and use the same numbers over and over again, and they'll just be auto run for every draw. So I never miss a draw. And then what you do, I've read a woman, she got an email that said, congratulations, you won. You better call the office. And she'd won the jackpot. Oh, that's interesting. So it depends, I think, again, on the state's website, because on mine, I can do pick my numbers, or I can do a quick pick. And then if I don't like the quick pick, I could re-quick pick until I get what I like. So again, that's the problem, right? It's not like one national sweepstakes where here's how you enter, and everybody in Canada and the US can both enter this sweepstakes, and it's a flat format, and this is what you do, and everybody can be in to win. It all depends on where you live. Will depend on, like Helene didn't even have a state lottery up until a certain year. And some of the books I'm going to talk about in the last one, there was only certain states that had lotteries. And then the types of lotteries they had differed. And then now there's some national lotteries. And then there's state and provincial lotteries. And then there's instant lotteries. And then there's scratch lotteries. Like it just changes from place to place to place. Oh, so Tanya says, I'm from Illinois and there's scratcher tickets on the lottery app. Oh, lucky. We don't have that. I won $3 and a free ticket a few weeks ago. Well, that's fun. See, again, it's totally different. I would love that. They should do it. We should have it. I should suggest it to them. Ooh, My brother hit the lottery multiple times. I believe in him winning the lottery, not winning myself. Oh, we got to flip that. That's got to change. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there's some good comments here that I missed. In the 90s, I entered a call-in radio suite. The prize was a trip to Canton, Ohio, and I knew I would win, and I did. I never had that feeling since. Oh, Patrick, we've got to give you some good luck juju. But yeah, that's desire to knowing. I've had that happen. There was one where I was near the end of the giveaway, and I only had a chance to send in 4 entries. And I was sending in it was like the last 4 days of the giveaway or last 2 days of the giveaway. So 2 were mine and 2 were my husband's. And when I was mailing them, I just knew we were going to win. And it was his name that was picked, but I knew we were going to win. I haven't had that very often either. I would like more of that. Yes, Sean says you have to stay open to winning and not be mad if you don't win right then and there, and keep your energy up and believing, because it's also fun. Like here's the thing. The other thing I look at, the scratchers, right? So I'm spending time here with my friends hanging out and I'm scratching. So I paid $3 and I'm getting a lot of entertainment value, right? It's just like going to the movies, right? You spend I don't know, what is it, a ticket now, $15. And you go and you spend 2 hours at the movies and you're enjoying all that time at the movies. And so I'm getting my entertainment value of dreaming. Am I going to win? I'm checking the new ticket. I think this is fun. I'm getting my hopes up. I consider it also part of the entertainment, right? It's not just gambling. It's fun. It's a game. And that's, again, what I think that's one of the reasons Richard Lustig won the lottery so many times. It was a game for him. He was just having fun. And that energy translated to prizes. Okay, we're doing a little bit better here. I have more areas scratched. In the green area, I have 2 almost completed. Cross your fingers. Okay, we're getting closer. Now yellow has 1 almost done. It's just like watching a horse race, right? They're getting closer. Or any gonna 45, 45, 45. Oh, so close. Okay. Oh, 1. Oh, another one. I don't like it when they're all just like 1 off, because then I think, oh no, they're not going to give it to me. They're doing it to tease the heck out of me. But then I think, well, someone's got to win, right? Oh, I just realized I keep forgetting to look in the middle. Oh, I only have 1 number in the middle anyway. 57. See, I've been looking around the circle, around the circle, around the circle. And see, I think that's the first one that they haven't had. Oh no, it's in the middle. Oh gosh, I've got 2 in the middle. 14. Okay. 17. Oh, come on. These guys are mean. Okay, so I didn't win anything that I'm going to double check, but what were the prizes? $3, $9, $6. This one was, $1,000. 10,000. 100. Okay, what were the other prizes? Well, we know the middle was 75. 12, 6, and 20. And the other one would have been $9, $3. I didn't even win $3. Come on, people. And $20. I didn't have the number 18. Darn, that would have been fun to win $20. 32. Did I miss 32? Yeah. I will double check this one, because this one was so confusing that I hate to think that I would miss out on a scratch. Now, before I get to the bigger ones, I'm going to read you Helene's article. Now, this is very interesting, and it ties into some of the stuff that other lottery teachers have checked. Okay. Oh, here's one. Robin says, I love doing scratch offs. I win all the time. I haven't won big yet, but I buy the $10 or $20 tickets and I buy 10 or 15 at a time, and I always break even. Oh, that's an interesting strategy. That's kind of like what Richard Lustig said, is like buying a strip. And the most I've ever won is $1,000. $1,000 is still pretty good, but even breaking even. So if you spend like $150 and you win $150, you've had all that fun for $150 and it cost you nothing. And you could win more. And then you have all those losing tickets. You can send them in for the second chance draw if your state has it. Yeah, in here in Illinois, you can play the same number or quick pick. So your lottery online website's similar to ours. I totally agree, though. Sweepstakes are easier to win than the lottery. Oh, this is interesting. It would be fun to have a Contest Queen Club lottery pool. Do you know there is a website, and I can't share websites on the live streams. I did link it in the last article that I'm talking about the lotteries, and I have it on my website. It's the free lottery pool. Now, Dan Bader had started it, but he's passed away, and his best friend is maintaining the site for him and still buying the lottery tickets. So, yeah, that's why I came to your YouTube, to change your mindset. Well, yes, you can. Oh, I haven't had a substantial win yet. I get discouraged at times. I've only been sweeping consistently since mid-August. Does it take a long time for any of you to have a substantial win? The rule of thumb used to be 3 to 6 months before the prizes really started coming in. However, that was when you were only doing mail-ins. Now, with online, there's a lot of them that have instant win components. So you can win something instantly, like right now. Like you go and enter something and win right now. But you have to look at the dates of when they're doing the drawings. Like I'm entering some now that are going on to the end of the year and with all their instant wins. But they're not doing the grand prize draws until January. So like we're in November, so that's like 3 months. Right? So August, September, October, November, right? Some of them might be going on till the end of the year. So you could very well be a winner in a month, and you know, it's entirely possible. So keep that in mind when you're entering. Also, my other key is to do concentric circles. So always start with your locals and then your state and then the national. So if you're only entering national, your odds of winning are going to be much more difficult than if you enter locals. So for example, if you go to Sweeps Atlas to find sweepstakes, and I think Tom Cavalli's I Win Contest can do this. I'm not sure about Sweeps Sheet. Different websites have different features. Some of them you can break it down by state. So you can say, only show me the giveaways that are available, say, for Illinois, right? So that will narrow it down for you. So that's a good tip. Wow. I won lottery tickets every week, and I've won over 160 contests in 5 years. You can manifest anything. Yes. Now, I did a month one time, a long time ago, where I decided I was going to win every day that month. And we won 85 prizes in 1 month. Now, that sounds like a lot. But there was this one contest that I entered my husband and I in every day. And we each won one free download of music from it was just before Apple. I think they were trying to compete because I think the iPod had just come out and it was like a competitor thing. And so you could download songs, MP3s from some other site. And we won one song download each every day for a month. So that's 60 of the 85 prizes. Because I said, whatever it is, it counts, right? So technically, I mean, it's worth, I think the songs then were 85 cents or 99 cents each. So we won a whopping, $80 in downloads, which at the time was, crazy. And the song choices were really, I don't think we used the 60, like, but the point wasn't what we won, is I wanted to win a prize every day for a month, and we did. So, so this is the point I have to make to people. They say, well, I want to win this. Well, you win the lottery, you win $2, you've won. You want to win every day for a month, you do. We won dollar song downloads. But we also won so many tickets to things. Like, it got to the point where we couldn't find babysitters because we had stuff like almost every night of the week. And then we had to start giving tickets away to friends because we couldn't go. As there was 25 other prizes, and one was like a dinner. I remember one night was a dinner out for 4 with friends. It was a night, they had like, it was at this kind of old-timey place, and you went and we had a full course dinner, like 4-course dinner, and then they had like this jazz band. It was so good. And then another night we had a concert. We had it was getting crazy. We finally started giving stuff away. We couldn't get sitters. It was like, we're like, we got to stay home. This is getting ridiculous. So yeah, just be careful what you ask for. You just might get it, as they say. Oh, okay. Mark Houghton on YouTube is great for manifesting lottery wins. Well, I was just interviewed by Timothy Schultz he's got a lottery channel, which is fantastic. I'm going to be talking about that in the blogs too. The interview that we had, unfortunately, won't be published until January because he's got, he has to do all his editing. Okay. So how long have you been playing and what's your strategy? Okay. I need some clarification. Playing what? Because playing what determines my strategy. Oh my God, I love instant wins. Now, what's really funny about instant wins is I have this belief that the only time I can win instantly is first thing in the morning. And I've been sleeping in till 7 now. When I pin code hunt all summer, I'm up at 5. And I do very well between like 5 and 7 a.m. I usually win mostly between 5 and 6 a.m. But the biggest win I had instantly was one at like 6:30 a.m. I won a hot tub. So I like that time to enter. But for some reason, I keep thinking, well, you're not going to win instantly. I've won so many prizes at other times of the day. And then I think I'm not going to win. And then I do. And I don't know why. I have that limiting belief that keeps being disproven over and over and over again. So, for example, about 3 or 4 years ago, I've lost track of time. I remember entering one monster contest, and at 11 a.m. I won the huge bump box. It's basically the biggest Bluetooth speaker you're ever going to have. You can plug a guitar into it. You can plug your iPod into it. You can hook it up to a stereo. You can put it to your computer. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's so cool. You can even have karaoke. It comes with a microphone. Like, it's amazing. And I won that at 11 a.m. And then the next day, I had another code. I entered it at almost the exact same time, and I won my monster headset that I love, 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 love. But 2 days in a row at the same time, near noon. And I keep saying, well, I'm not going to win in the middle of the day. And then I do. Oh, yes. That's why you need to read the rules. Prizes don't ship until after the contest closed. Yeah, it also depends on the contest. If it's a long one, like over the summer, they will try and ship the prizes over the course of the summer because they don't want to have to try to send out like 300 prizes in one go at the end of the month. Yes, Andre, I love radio contests. Great success with the radio contest, winning several times a month. Prizes aren't large, but it motivates me to continue to enter bigger sweepstakes. And the radio ones can be so fun. I won tickets to go see an Elton John tribute show at my local theater, and it was only half full. There may be only 100 people there. We had a ball. The guy did a great job. He had a fantastic band. Everybody was singing and dancing. Like half the show, we were all on our feet dancing and singing. It was so fun. So you can and I took my girlfriend. She hadn't been out, she hadn't been out in a while. Oh, I haven't. I've entered for 5 months straight and didn't win a thing. I was determined, but on the 5th month, first prize, and it was a trip to California. See, don't give up. Helene says, there is no failure, just a delay in results. Okay, I got to read this. I got to stop answering questions for a minute. We got to do this. So the lottery. Seems like just about everyone sends me emails. Oh, I also have no idea what year she wrote this, by the way. This was not marked. So she says, seems like just about everyone that sends me emails thinks that winning the lottery will solve all of his or her problems, or they want to know why it's taking so long to collect. They follow the spec method and it's not working. So if you remember, her spec method is select it, project it, expect it, collect it. I have my Helene Hadsell t-shirt on today. This brings to mind an experience I had while on the lecture circuit. Now, this is an amazing story. Stay tuned. As I recall, it was in California and the same question was asked. How do I win the lottery? At that time, Texas did not have a lottery, and I confess I'd never given it any thought. But logic kicked in, and I asked, have any of you conducted research to find out what winning numbers come up the most often? No one had. Numbers have energy, I reminded them. I went to the chalkboard and began writing the numbers covered on lottery tickets. How many of you use the number 1? How many of you use the number 2? Etc. As they raised their hands, I counted what numbers from 1 to 50 to find out what numbers were getting the most energy. I circled the most popular number and suggested they include them in their picks. That evening, after the meeting, I was in my hotel room when the phone rang. It was a woman that had attended my lecture earlier. She was elated. During the break, I went out to 7-Eleven and I bought a ticket using the most popular numbers. I missed winning the big prize by one number, but I did win $25,000. I suggested keeping a record of the most popular number used in your lottery area. Again, repeat, everything is energy. Numbers as well as your thoughts. Use the energy numbers that others are projecting. So do you see what she's kind of doing there? It's kind of like in, I can't remember which martial arts formula, where you use somebody else's energy against them and then you can control it. It's the same thing. So if others are projecting those numbers, but they're not in a winning mindset, you can use that energy for yourself. Occasionally, the tabloids have a story about lottery winners. Most of them confess they use the same numbers all the time. And that's actually Richard Lustig's advice too. And I will discuss his formula in greater detail. I highly recommend his book. It's only, I think, $3.50 on Audible. It's fantastic. It's so inexpensive and you can just listen to it. And then he has an interview at the end. And I did interview him once. You can find it on YouTube. Okay, so they use the same numbers all the time. One man said it took 6 years to win the jackpot. That would be a delay in results in my book. When someone emails me and asks them to help them with their goal, of course I do, with a stipulation that it is for their highest good. I've learned that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck, but that's just my opinion as I reflect back on my over 80 years plus of observing. And the reason she says that is that if you're not prepared internally, mentally, energetically, emotionally, more important emotionally, to win a lot of money, over 70% of all lottery winners lose their money within the first 5 years because they're not wired to handle that kind of money. And that kind of money just brings out the worst in a lot of people. And so they don't handle it well. Okay, I missed a lot of questions here, and then we'll do another scratch. Ooh, I won the lottery 3 times in a row for £7.50. Hey, a win is a win. And actually, Richard Lustig said he always invested his winnings back into the lottery. So the sweepstakes are the certain ones you can enter in or enter as many times as you can. That's where my number one tip for sweepstakes come in, and that is always read the rules. Just like we're reading the rules here. Okay, so I have two $10 scratchers here. One is for 250,000, one is for 500,000. So we're going to do the 250 first. I'm going to do these two tickets, and then I'm going to do Helene's last article, which I think you're going to laugh because she was getting curmudgeony at the end. It was written the year she passed away, and she passed away in October. So sometimes in the last 10 months of her life, she wrote this article. And she was funny. Like, I think she had no filter near the end because she didn't care. Okay, so let's read what I'm supposed to do. Scratch the games 1 to 3 completely, and if I uncover 3 symbols in the same game, then I win that game. Okay, that's an easy one. The next one is, then it's 5 lucky numbers, and then I scratch the other numbers to see. Oh, okay, so there's 2 kinds. This is the same game, and then there's the numbers game. Okay. Oh, no, okay. 2 deer in a wreath. I missed out on 20 bucks. We have, no, I missed out on $15. Oh, I was so hoping I'd have Holly's. That was a $25 one. Okay, well, maybe. Okay, it says uncover a bell and I win $30. So I've got a 1, a 44, a 23, a 46, and a 6. Okay, everybody project those numbers. So let's see what I get. Okay, nothing yet, people. 47, 42, 38, 12. Because I remember Helene has a story in her book where she went to a Christmas party and everyone said, oh, the Hadsells are here. We're not going to win. So basically everybody gave them their energy for winning. And of course they won. Oh, see, 9's my lucky number. I was hoping the 9 would come up. No. 7. Oh, 7's a lucky number for me too. 7 and 8. Wow. I don't think this is 1 either. Oh, this is so disappointing. Okay, like I said, I'm checking all these tickets after because I don't trust it. Okay, we'll do one more, and then I'll answer some more questions. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, I might have won the insert. I've got an insert. Look at this came up. It was taped to the back and it said, this insert is for identification postally and is not a ticket. Do not distribute or sell this insert. Oh my God, is this not a ticket? This is not a ticket. She sold me not a ticket. So I paid $10 for not a ticket. So now I have to go back and say, this isn't a ticket. Oh, it does scratch. Okay, well, I'm going to chance it then. Maybe that means it's a winner. Well, that's kind of funny. I think I have to, what does it say? Okay, I think I have to scratch 3 of the same amounts. Wouldn't it be funny if it won? I wonder if it was real. Oh, I got 10 bucks. I think this is a winner. I'm keeping this though, because this is funny. Okay, this says 10 and 10 and 10. Oh, I was thinking I could win 100 because sometimes I've had a ticket win more than 1 game once. Okay. So we're up 10. I spent a lot of money. Wait till you see the next 2 tickets. Okay. We have a 1, a 14. I got to read. Okay, 4, 19. I think this is exactly the same as the other one. Okay, nothing yet. For a minute there, I thought this was a fake ticket after I saw that sticker. But it said don't sell it, but it won. So, okay. I think I only won 10 bucks. But 10 bucks, I won the lottery. See? I came live on air and I won. Okay. So, there's a story behind these. And then I'm going to read you Helene's last, and then I'm going to do my scratchers. Okay, so I'm taking this course, this 21-day challenge with Pat Mahan. And one of the days I got to day 12 and I was behind, so I was doing it on day 13. And you were to write out affirmations. Oh, I didn't bring the book in with me, but it was, I accept and receive money from unexpected places. And so he was teaching a 3-6-9 method where first thing in the morning, you write it out 3 times each. Then middle of the day, you write it out 6 times each. And then just before you go to bed, you write it out 9 times each. And so it's the 3-6-9. And it's not one of those where you do it every day for 30 days because he says that almost negates it because you're so focused on it because you got to let it go. So I did that in the morning. And then George went out to get coffee and he came back with $100 scratcher and I could win $1 million. I was like, oh my God. And I said, no, I want to have one of my own for this thing. So I said, okay, so I'll put a sticker on it so I know which one was ours. So I could win $1.5 million because this one, whatever wins, we're splitting. And then I think I needed scissors for this. This is limited edition and they're doing a draw. Oh no, I need scissors. I thought I could just rip it open, but apparently I can't. Okay, so what you do on this one is there's 3 games to scratch. You win instantly. And the 4th game is a number, and they're going to do a draw. So this is a draw ticket. And the draw date is New Year's Eve. So this might be a winner. So I might start January 1st off a millionaire. Oh, I should mark this one. Okay, I'm going to bend the corner so I know which one it is. Okay, so that's the joint one. So let's see. Oh, before I scratch, let's read Helene's curmudgeon article. And I'll answer some more questions. Yeah, I play all times a day for instant wins. Oh, what prize? I love Monster drinks. Okay, so it depends on where you live, depends on if they have a contest. But if you go, I think it's to monster.com or is it monsterbeverages.com? Something, Google it. And then look under the promotions tab and then they will list all their promotions because it changes every year. They've had trips, they've had all kinds of things. One of my favorite prizes that I got from Monster is a belt and like a fanny pack. I love it. I take it on every trip. Oh, if I had a nickel for sometimes someone to buy my lottery ticket because I win contests. I keep trying though, but no big wins yet, right? You could use all those nickels to buy the lottery tickets. Oh, earlier this year, I won $1,000 from the Washington lottery for having 5 of the 6 numbers. Had I had that 6th number, it would have been 2.2 million. Oh, holy cow, right? Now, here's the thing. That's another tip that Richard had was he only played the state lottery. He didn't play like the Powerball or the Mega Millions. He only played the state lottery. And if you look at the list of sweepstakes or rather lotteries that he won, they weren't all actually lottery jackpots. A lot of them, I think 3 out of the 4 were second chance draws in the lottery with his losing tickets. Oh, can you repeat the name of the book? Okay, so Helene's is the Name It and Claim It game. And Richard's is, I believe, How to Increase Your Odds of Winning the Lottery. I will be putting links on my blog after. So don't worry, you'll be able to see it. Yes, I know. I didn't want to say that here, but it's true. Some have been victims of fraud and some were murdered. So that's one of the reasons Helene says sometimes not winning is the best thing. Oh, my brother and I could both use a new vehicle. So after I learned the spec method, I decided to win vehicles instead of buying them. Now I keep finding sweepstakes with a vehicle as a grand prize. Yeah, you see what happens is you've shifted your vibration and now you're spotting all the opportunities that you never spotted before. So that's how you know that you're on the right path. That's kind of a clue. It's like a breadcrumb on a trail. Ooh, I won a staff bingo this year indirectly by using their energy. How fun. Yeah, I won. Thank you. Okay, we got new comments. Oh, someone won 3 fanny packs this year. I had one show up in the name, in the mail. Yes, the 369 method is Tesla, but Pat put his own spin on it. Pat Mahan, he has it's the like attracts like evolution.com, and he has a podcast which I love, and I didn't realize he's been podcasting for 4 years. So you can go back a long time and listen to him now. Be ready for some curmudgeon. Helene wrote this again. Remember, it's her last year of life. She had no filter. Question: why can't I win the lottery or $1 million so that I can get out of debt and help people with the financial woes? Answer: I'll repeat this answer for the hundreds of people who write to me with the same question. Why can't I win the lottery? I've been entering the lottery for the past 10 or 20 years, etc., and I stay upbeat and positive. I have a lot of dear friends that are always there for me, and still no luck with winning a lot of money. What am I doing wrong? I use spec, but I still haven't won. There just may be another explanation for why bad things happen to good people. I've given it a lot of serious thought over the many years. I've been blessed with a supportive family, dear friends, winning a house, cars, trips, money, and many times things that I've not even projected for. Sure, I've had losses, disappointments, and physical challenges that are uncomfortable. You know, she had her share of life's downs. That's life. My philosophy is life goes on. Who cares? Get over it. I'll admit it sounds a bit harsh, but kid, that is reality. Oh my God, I can just picture her. But getting back to spec, which I share with people, has always worked for me. I still have 100% confidence in it. I select what I would like. I project it by seeing it happen. I expect it with no set time in mind. And sometimes when we have not projected enough energy into it, to our goal, there is a delay in results. Collect it to enjoy. Plus, I'm rewarded with a feeling of elation. This principle is certainly not new. Surely you're familiar with this quote: ask to receive, seek to find, knock, and the door will open. Has been preached for thousands of years. The same principle as spec. I just give more examples. Have you ever asked yourself, why do bad things happen to good people? This is like a 3-page thing, so I'm just going to keep talking here. Because I've always had an inquiring mind, 45 years ago, I started researching astrology, numerology, and the Chinese horoscope, plus so many books about being lucky, I've lost count. The one subject I chose to investigate from all angles, books, and people was the information about numbers. It fascinated me. I'm not talking about the horoscope found in your daily paper. There's so much more in depth that I find credible. I started to compile information about people's birth dates, and I found that our birth numbers reveal a lot about us. So that would be numerology, right? And there's some really good numerologists out there. I know Colette Baron-Reid has interviewed several of them. Example: you chose your parents. Your parents gave you a name. Your higher self gave you your mission with numbers. As you read and review what I've discovered from my research and compile it for people, what I call your blueprint, many people are amazed that they never really knew why they're here on planet Earth, why they're here, and what they should be concentrating on. Know thyself. Sound familiar? Did you know that our life is divided into 3 cycles? During each cycle, we have lessons to learn. We also have new life-changing interests. When we are truly aware of what's going on, we can better understand and cope. Remember, you wrote your script before you took on a physical body. And the only problem is when you entered the physical vibration, you forgot everything and started with a new slate. As you question and mature, things will be able to make sense for you. As we evolve, which is an ongoing process, we become more tuned in to what makes us tick, click, and get sick. Is it for past lives, do's and don'ts? Why are we faced with limitations? Why are some people rewarded with good deeds and seem so lucky? Is it because they are rewarded with balance, or is it a paycheck for some? Why do some people that we meet for the first time look so familiar? Why are there so many TV shows nowadays using the subject matter of past lives, mediumships, and other subjects? Is it purely for entertainment? Who writes these scripts? Where do writers get this information? Did this get you thinking, or are you one of the people that believe that anything that you can't see, taste, or smell is the work of the devil? Heaven forbid if you feel or hear something that can scare the yell out of you. As I said earlier, I have an inquiring mind, and you ask for my opinion and you have it. You may accept or reject anything that I've shared with you. You might consider the suggestion I have always used when I project for something. If it's for my highest good. Incidentally, when I get requests for my help, I always send out energy with the suggestion, if it's for their highest good. My closing comment, sometimes not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. That is hilarious to me. Like, she was so tired of people asking her they wanted to win the lottery. And she just kind of went off onto left field. I don't know why I find that so funny. Yes, resistance is why. Because there's something inside them at a level that they're resisting. I learned about Helene a few days ago. I can't believe I didn't know about her before. Someone mentioned her in their video and it searched me to a few channels, including yours. Yeah. I'm not the only one that talks about Helene, but I was the one blessed enough to blend her legacy into mine. Right. You can't focus on what you want and have faith in what you don't have. Contradictory vibrations. Abraham makes it clear. Yes. Abraham Hicks is one of the only few people I know that understands. I like, actually, I also like Joe Dispenza because he talks about getting into the vibration where you're in the higher self. And also Paul Selig is quite good. He talks about the small self and going into higher octaves. He's another one talking about the same thing. I have some articles on my blog about Helene's blueprint, and the 2 articles are in her book. There's no one doing blueprints right now, and her blueprint method is almost kind of outdated now. So I'm working with a couple of people that hopefully in 2023 will be able to offer kind of like blueprints 2.0 based on your birth chart, just like Helene would use. What a beautiful honoring your friend. Yeah, she was so fun, but I loved that she was cranky. Okay, so let's see if the George and Carolyn ticket wins anything. Okay, so yeah, uncover 3 identical prizes. So let's see. And I don't know if these are large or small. Well, it starts off with 100,000 and then 200 bucks. 500 bucks, 200 bucks. Oh, that would be good. George and I need to get 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 500 bucks. Come on, 500. Oh, 100 bucks. Okay, let's, oh no, another 100,000. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. I don't like it when they do that. Okay, we have 1,000. We have 100. We have 100. Come on, 100. Oh, 500, 200, 100,000. 500. Come on, 500. 1,000. Bubkiss. Okay, here we go. 1,000. Come on, I want to win live on the air. Right? Can you imagine? 200. 200. Okay. 1,000. Oh no, that's 100. 100,000. Oh my God. Could you imagine George and I splitting 50,000 each? 100. Okay, let's see. 200 or 100? Oh, 1,000. Oh, I started to see the ones. I was so excited for a second. Okay. So now this is like the numbers. So we've got 6 numbers that you have to match, and then you get that prize. Okay, we've got, and it's funny because these tickets are 100 bucks. And he said to me, yeah, no one's going to spend that kind of money. Well, I went to the drugstore first to grab the tickets for tonight, my extra ticket. They were sold out. Oh no. Somebody said when instant scratchies became available in Australia, one of my neighbors spent the remainder of her pension money on tickets and she won $5 for the 125 spent on tickets. The following day, she was at the applicable government office looking for more assistance. Yes, that's actually an important point. Richard Lustig says, never play more than you can afford. Now, normally I would never spend this much on a scratcher. Like when I found out these were out, I was so excited. And then I went and saw they were $100. I was like, that's like not. And then I thought, okay. So the way I framed it for myself is I'm doing this on the Contest Queen live stream. So it's a, I'm doing it for business. So, I can justify the $100 to myself. But yeah, I would normally not spend that much on that kind of a ticket. So she says, yeah, I like Joe Dispenza. Bruce Lipton, yes. Bob Proctor. There's so many good teachers. Like Helene started by reading Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking. I'm not even looking at the numbers. Look at that. I'm just scratching. I might have won some money and I don't even know. Let me look. 20? No. 38? No. 16? No. 17? No. 7? No. Okay. So let's keep going here. 46, 30, 9. Okay, I still have one more of these. And then don't forget, there's the draw at the end. So the odds, now normally lotteries are in the millions. The odds of winning are millions. But the odds on this lottery, because they're having limited ticket sales, is 1 in 25,000 to win $1 million. So those are really good odds. 32, no. Again, I'm going to double check all these tickets because I don't trust the scratching that I'm doing live on air. But so far, it doesn't look like I won anything. Oh, look, you went up to 100,000 though. It'd be fun to win $100 though. 21, 2. Did I see a 20? No. Oh my God, there's so much scratching. I can't even see the numbers. 2. Oh dear, I'm coming to the end of the numbers. This says nothing. This is very disappointing. I didn't even win $100. Okay, well, I'm going to double check all these. Okay, so my last ticket, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, so Tanya says, yeah, it's a write-off for you. Now, here's what's interesting. I paid for these tickets out of my personal account because if I win the lottery, then I own the ticket. If I did it out of my business account, then the business would own the ticket. And I don't want the business to own the ticket. I want to own the ticket. Right? Makes sense? Okay. I'm bending the corner on that one so I don't mix it up. Okay, so here we go. Another chance. So I think it says the odds of winning are went. Okay. So I think the draws, they're doing 40 draws for $1 million on this. Okay, I'm going to keep these separate. And then this is up to 100,000. So I can win 100,000 here and $1 million there. So stay tuned in January. You might be getting a, hey, I quit. I won $1 million. No, actually I wouldn't. It would be fun to teach more people. I've been having one like Helene where she gets what she desires. I found it's in the vibration I offer, not in the wish or the want. Yes, because stuff is unexpected. What happened to me back in July, I had the winningest day. And I actually talked to Dr. Joe Vitale about this on an interview he did with me. And he said part of it was my vibration and part of it was everybody else's. So in July, I had my most winningest day. I won 5 prizes, including a trip. And it was because I was at the annual National Sweepstakes Convention. And I was in a room with 300 other sweepers. I was having the time of my life. I was just vibing high. Like I was having so much fun. I won instant prizes online. I got notified we won a trip. It was ridiculous. Like I caught the baseball at a baseball game as part of the convention outings. it was just so many good things, like one good thing after another, because I was in the vibration, and stuff that I wasn't even expecting was just showing up. I was selling books. I had more people subscribe to me on YouTube. So I ended up passing my goal of 10,000. I've now had 1 million views on this YouTube channel. I've had like so many things just kind of were like it is definitely the vibration, not what you're focusing on. So yeah, she said, I'm reading Silva Mind Control Method with, yes, good book. Yeah, he knew Helene. In her book, she has a whole chapter on Jose and how they were friends for 30 years. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, some odds appear to be irrelevant as some people have won a few jackpots, other very large cash lottery prizes within few months at a time. So there's couples in Virginia. Yeah, it's all about energy. Yolanda says, yeah, and then you could send me 10K. Sure, I'll get right on it. That's what everybody does. That's one of the reasons that winning a large jackpot, they don't realize that all their relationships and their friendships, everybody comes out from the woodwork. Ooh, after watching The Secret 10 years ago, I've been using the law of attraction and made a vision board. Everything in the vision board manifested except winning the lottery. I'm still waiting. Okay, Charlize, what I'm going to suggest is you take Colette Baron Reed does a vision board class every January for free on Facebook, and it is amazing. And then if you want to keep taking it, you can join her inner circle, or I don't know what she calls it. And it's only like $20, $22. She likes two. So she does it like, it's like $22 a month, and you get all these courses and things with her. I highly recommend you do it. Okay. Okay, we have 2 1,000s and we have 200,000s. Oh, we have 200s. Come on. No, nothing. Okay. There's still more. There's still time. There's still time. 500, 200. Yeah, see, it would be really cool. That's the other problem I had with this setup. I don't own an overhead camera. Like, my office is extremely small at the moment. That's one of the goals I'm focusing on, is to have a large creative space so that I can do higher quality videos with, better lighting, better sound, the whole thing like you see on YouTube, right? Camera, the works, the space. So then I can have an overhead camera, and I can have a front facing camera, and so I'll have all the tools, nothing on the second game. George said, I told him I was doing this. He says, okay, if I hear screaming, I'm coming in. Right? So but I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to have it. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. 200, no. Bubkas. Okay, now I got all the numbers. Oh my God, my hand. Who would have thought my hands who can do all these scratchers all the time? I don't know. There was one house when I code hunt, and she had like 100, like, I don't even know how much this person spent. I'm assuming it's a woman. I don't know why I'm assuming it's a woman. I said she. The person who lived in that house spent a lot of money on scratchers. And I know at that level they would check them, because all the edges would be scratched so they could double check the numbers. Okay, nothing on the first row. Okay, maybe I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go to the bottom row and then come up. Let's try that. Oh. 28, 25. Oh, there was a 24, 16, 18, 26. So close. That's okay. I'm just going to win the $1 million. That'll be the end of that problem. I'm not done yet. I can still win. 47. Oh, there's a 45. 41, 40. No. 32. This bottom up strategy isn't working. 17. 34, 23. Oh, I have 22. 08. No. 27. 37 would have had 100,000. Oh, same with 19. Okay, I don't think I won on this one either. Oh, 45, 45. Okay, I didn't win. All that. I won $10 tonight. And I said I wanted to win the lottery. And I did. Oh, Helene said over and over, I just didn't know any better. Her energy was so non-resistant, easy, soft, gentle. She simply attracted all she chose. Yeah, that's exactly it. She had this way about her. And I think part of it too is she was in a different time where things weren't as, crazy. Hey, at least it's not zero. And do you remember George and I sharing a ticket for $1 million? And I have a ticket for $1 million. So my birthday's in January. You never know. Right? So this is a lot of fun. So those were the 3 articles for Helene. Starting tomorrow, they'll be posted on my website. If you're watching this after a later date, you might go to my website and check it out. And sweepstakes season is starting. So in the near future, I'm going to do another lottery. I might do some more different types of scratchers too, because this was fun. And mix it in with the teachers. And it might be like, this was already over an hour. The next one might be longer because I already have 5 books that I found from other sweepstakes teachers that wrote books decades ago with chapters on lotteries. So I can give you some of their outlines. One of them is quite strange. Some of them you can still find like at thrift books, and there's some other ones that sell used books. And they're quite interesting. So I'm going to do another video on expert advice on winning the lottery, because this one I wanted to keep just for Helene, because it just felt like that this was her energy. And I was so excited when I found those 2 articles. And the last one, I just keep laughing. She was so curmudgeon-y because she knew that people have different life paths, and some of them aren't meant to win the lottery, because if they won the lottery, it would be the worst thing that ever happened to them, which, is not, so sometimes if you don't win, it's a good thing. You never know which way you're going to go. But I said I was going to win the lottery tonight, and I did. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them in the next video, or I will come and just answer it directly under the comment. And I think I actually, and I'm always holding contests to give away her books. If you want to win, just, this is the old Jim Carrey trick. He did this. He wrote a check to himself for $10 million for a movie deal, and he had it. I made a $1 million check made out to me about 8 years ago that manifested in the form of annual revenue of my cleaning company. 100% true. Enjoyed the book so much. Oh, well, congratulations on having a 7-figure business. As a small business owner, that is amazing. Congratulations. And now think about it. Not only did you get the revenue, but you brought joy and order to all those places that you cleaned. So all that good energy you've put out there for other people to enjoy. So it's not just about the revenue. Diane asks, how do you filter out scams? Seeing there's so many claims and giveaways that are just scams. I've actually got videos on how to avoid the scams. And the big one is reading the rules. But a good trick is to use a sweepstakes aggregate. I have lists of them on my website. Go poke around. And they kind of filter out the scams for you. It makes it so much easier to enter. That's it. So that was Helene's advice on how to win the lottery. And stay tuned for more expert advice on how to win the lottery. And also stay tuned to see if I'm a millionaire, and I just don't know it yet. Well, actually, when I said that, I thought, oh, I am a millionaire. I just don't know it yet. Maybe I just went from desire to knowing on air. We'll find out. Bye.